This is IBG News Golden, our podcast news read by Mirai. News brought to you by Hyderabad-based Extern Waste Technologies, a champion in waste-to-energy solution provider for eco-friendly municipal waste management. JW Marriott, Kolkata staff had showed an excellent example of ethical conduct. On 11th January 2023, after the G20 press meet at the hotel, IBG News Bangla editor Mrs. Antara misplaced her wallet in the garden area and forgot. After halfway back to the office, they noticed the missing article and called JW Marriott help desk. Almost lost hope of getting back the wallet. But showing the exceptional ethical standard, the found items were deposited at the office, and after verification, Mrs. Antara got back her wallet and each and every item was found intact. IBG News Management expressed gratitude to the staff of JW Marriott, especially Rupa Mukherjee, Loveneet, Front Office, Suraj, and Aslan, Fanby Banquet, Ranjit, Jordev, LP, and the General Manager of Hotel Sumit Suri. In another similar ethical high-standard incident, Metro Railway Kolkata informed in a press release that the lost purse of a foreigner commuter recovered and returned. Kolkata, date, 12th January 2023. On 7th January 2023 at about 21.45 hours at Kalighat Metro Station, an on-duty RPF staff during a routine check found a purse on the platform. Finding no claimant of this purse, he deposited it to the station master's office after careful checking. Thereafter, the station master made repeated announcements requesting the owner of the purse to collect it from the station master's office, and a control message was also communicated to all stations. After opening the purse, some valuable items were found therein. On 11th January 2023 i.e. at about 17.35 hours, a Norwegian lady came to the station master's office and claimed ownership of the purse. After proper verification and complying with all official formalities, the recovered purse was handed over to her. She expressed her heartfelt gratitude to Metro Railway authorities for helping her to recover the lost purse.
This is IBG News Golden Hour podcast news read by Billy Joey. News brought to you by Hyderabad-based Extern Waste Technologies, a champion in waste-to-energy solution provider for eco-friendly municipal waste management. WHO informed in a press note that urgent action needed as acute malnutrition threatens the lives of millions of vulnerable children. Geneva, New York, Rome, January 12, 2023. United Nations agencies are calling for urgent action to protect the most vulnerable children in the 15 countries hardest hit by an unprecedented food and nutrition crisis. Conflict, climate shocks, the ongoing impacts of COVID-19, and rising costs of living are leaving increasing numbers of children acutely malnourished, while key health, nutrition and other life-saving services are becoming less accessible. Currently, more than 30 million children in the 15 worst affected countries suffer from wasting, or acute malnutrition, and 8 million of these children are severely wasted, the deadliest form of undernutrition. This is a major threat to children's lives and to their long-term health and development, the impacts of which are felt by individuals, their communities and their countries. In response, 5 UN agencies, the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, the UN Refugee Agency, UNHCR, the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, the World Food Programme, WFP, and the World Health Organization, WHO, are calling for accelerated progress on the Global Action Plan on Child Wasting. It aims to prevent, detect and treat acute malnutrition among children in the worst affected countries, which are Afghanistan, Burkina Faso, Chad, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Ethiopia, Haiti, Kenya, Madagascar, Mali, the Niger, Nigeria, Somalia, South Sudan, the Sudan and Yemen. The Global Action Plan addresses the need for a multi-sectoral approach and highlights priority actions across maternal and child nutrition through the food, health, water and sanitation, and social protection systems. In response to increasing needs, the UN agencies identified 5 priority actions that will be effective in addressing acute malnutrition in countries affected by conflict and natural disasters and in humanitarian emergencies. Scaling up these actions as a coordinated package will be critical for preventing and treating acute malnutrition in children, and averting a tragic loss of life. The UN agencies call for decisive and timely action to prevent this crisis from becoming a tragedy for the world's most vulnerable children. All agencies urge for greater investment in support of a coordinated UN response that will meet the unprecedented needs of this growing crisis, before it is too late. This situation is likely to deteriorate even further in 2023, said Chu Dongyu, Director General of the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. We must ensure availability, affordability and accessibility of healthy diets for young children, girls, and pregnant and lactating women. We need urgent action now to save lives, and to tackle the root causes of acute malnutrition, working together across all sectors. Chu said. The UN system is responding as one to this crisis, and the UN Global Action Plan on Child Wasting is our joint effort to prevent, detect and treat wasting globally. At UNHCR we are working hard to improve analysis and targeting to ensure that we reach children who are most at risk, including internally displaced and refugees populations. Filippo Grandi, High Commissioner, United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, UNHCR. Today's cascading crises are leaving millions of children wasted and have made it harder for them to access key services. Wasting is painful for the child, and in severe cases, can lead to death or permanent damage to children's growth and development. We can and must turn this nutrition crisis around through proven solutions to prevent, detect, and treat child wasting early. Catherine Russell, Executive Director, United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF. More than 30 million children are acutely malnourished across the 15 worst affected countries, so we must act now and we must act together. It is critical that we collaborate to strengthen social safety nets and food assistance to ensure specialized nutritious foods are available to women and children who need them the most. David Beasley, Executive Director, World Food Programme, WFP. The global food crisis is also a health crisis, and a vicious cycle. Malnutrition leads to disease, and disease leads to malnutrition, said Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, Director General, World Health Organization, WHO. Urgent support is needed now in the hardest hit countries to protect children's lives and health, including ensuring critical access to healthy foods and nutrition services, especially for women and children. Wasting or acute malnutrition is a form of undernutrition caused by a decrease in food consumption and/or illness that results in sudden weight loss or edema. Children with acute malnutrition have low weight for height. They may also have nutritional edema and other related pathological clinical signs. Children with acute malnutrition have weakened immune systems and are at higher risk of dying from common childhood diseases. Those that survive could face lifelong growth and development challenges. They risk facing a future marked by illness, poor school results, and poverty with ripple effects across generations. Child wasting, defined as low weight for height, is the most dangerous form of undernutrition. Severe wasting is the deadliest form, as severely wasted children are 12 times more likely to die than a well-nourished child. This is IBG News Golden Hour podcast news read by Billy Joey. News brought to you by Hyderabad-based Extern Waste Technologies, a champion in waste-to-energy solution provider for eco-friendly municipal waste management. Smuggling attempts foiled. BSF Jawan sees ganja on the border. District Nadia on 11th January, 2023, alert Jawans of border outpost Kadipur, 54 Battalion under South Bengal frontier, foiled smuggling attempts and seized 07 kgs of ganja from their area of responsibility. Smugglers were trying to smuggle this ganja from India to Bangladesh. The seized goods were handed over to Custom Office Bampur for further legal action. The commanding officer of the 54 Battalion stated that smugglers try to smuggle in different ways to make their plans successful. But due to the intelligence and alertness of the troops of the Border Security Force, they could not get success, he stated. This is IBG News Golden Hour podcast news read by Billy Joey. BSF Jawan seizes mobile phones worth more than 10,90,000 on the border. District Malda on 11th January, 2023, troops of Border Outpost Nawada, 70 Battalion under South Bengal frontier seized 69 of mobile phones of different companies on the border. The estimated value of the seized mobile phones is 10,92,000 rupees. Smugglers were trying to smuggle these mobiles from India to Bangladesh. Acting on the basis of specific inputs, the Jawans of border outpost Nawada laid a special ambush. The ambush party observed some smugglers moving towards the border with the goods. At the same time, the Jawans asked the smugglers to stop, but seeing the Jawans, the smugglers ran away by taking the advantage of the thick bushes. When the Jawans reached at the spot and searched the area thoroughly, they found bags thrown by the smugglers. When the Jawans opened the bags, the said mobile phones were recovered from them. The seized goods were handed over to the custom office Kalia Chowk for further legal action. The commanding officer of the 70 Battalion stated that the border security force is taking strict measures to prevent smuggling along the India-Bangladesh border. He strongly stated that BSF troops are fully committed to stop smuggling from their area of responsibility. Our intelligence team is finding the reasons for the seized mobile phones, from where smugglers received these phones and to whom they were to be handed over.
This is IBG News Golden Hour podcast news read by the News by International Olympic Committee. Your chance to enjoy the Olympic Games. Still haven't signed up for the draw? The Make Your Games packs sales will be the first opportunity to buy tickets to the Olympic Games Paris 2024, and it is coming up soon. Don't miss out on your chance to cheer for your team, watch your favorite athletes in action, and appreciate the world's biggest sporting event. Sign up for the draw for a chance to access the Make Your Games packs sales. But don't wait too long. Registration for the draw closes on the 31st of January 2023 at 6 p.m. CT. Once you're signed up, keep an eye on your inbox for the result of the draw between 13 February and the 15th of March 2023. Fingers crossed. So get ready for the greatest show on the earth. This is IBG News Golden Hour podcast.